All right, why don't we jump right into our headline topic for the day? I am super jazzed about this. Blackmagic Design announces the 12K Ursa Mini Pro. And before I go any further, Luke, help me out here. What possible justification could there be for a 12K camera?
Okay, first of all, I don't know. Second of all, why five? You said 6. I see in the doc it says 5.
It's 6. It's 6. So
It's
you're only
6?
allowed to order 5
Why
at a
6?
time. But then we were like, but my freedom. And we ordered 6. So we ordered 5 at once, and then we ordered 1 on Brandon's personal account. So we could
Why?
well, okay, you went and you tried to flip the script. I'm not going to allow it to happen. I want you to tell me why it exists. I want to hear your take.
So that Brandon doesn't even have to be at the camera. He can just like put it somewhere vaguely in the room, and then you guys can just crop down to like whatever you need to get the framing right.
Oh man, we're already trying to figure out how to like rig 4 of them on like a 2x4 and make like a 24K video.
Oh my god.
It's going to be gold.
Oh, why? Where are you going to play that?
24K gold.
What are you going to play that on?
Get it? Get it? 24K gold.
I understand, but what are you going to play it on?
Okay. So we're going to get, get this, okay? We're going to get 3 8K TVs, okay? And we're going to do a 3x3 grid of 8K 8K TVs. We're going to game at 24K. Okay, we're gonna manually upgrade the memory on a graphics card to have enough video memory.
You're not even gaming because it's pre-recorded footage.
Yes, that's true. But oh man, but that actually, oh man, that segues perfectly into one of our other topics for the day.
You need to make a thing called Gamer Boy.
Gamer Boy.
But instead of like weird and edgy, it should just be like really boring. You just like wake up in the morning, sit down to your computer.
You put on sweatpants
Have lunch at some point in time. Go to bed. You were laid off because of coronavirus. And
you
now
get
you
up,
need to play
you game some more,
games.
and then you whine and complain about how like, man, when I'm gaming really late like this, the only people online are on the European servers and the ping sucks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Life's
that used to be a problem for me, okay? When I was in university not getting a degree done, okay? I was all like, look, like this sucks. Nobody's online. It blows. Because I'm already West Coast, right? So, half of North America is asleep.
The trials and tribulations of Gamer Boy.
Trials and tribulations, man. It's gonna be good.
I'd get it.
Oh man. Okay. Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into Gamer Girl later. For now, let's talk about the Blackmagic Ursa Mini. This thing, man, half the things that are sick about it are not even in the doc here. So
is it for slow-mo?
Okay, it's for everything. Okay, so it can do 12K at up to 60 frames per second. I don't even know how they're cooling that sensor. It can do 8K full sensor at 110 frames per second. It can do cropped 4K at up to 220 frames per second. It's crazy. It can do dual XLR inputs. And the crazy thing, okay, remember our Sony FS700? You're leaning out of the frame. There he is.
Yeah, sorry.
Sony FS700. It could do 240 or even 480 or 960 FPS, but only with 480 and 960 were both with half and a quarter of the vertical lines respectively. And any one of them in slow-mo, you could only do like a burst, like a pre-trigger or an end trigger. We're talking continuous recording here. 10 grand.
Pretty wicked.
10 grand. Okay. Dual XLR inputs. So that's like the professional audio input. We don't know how good the preamps are yet. So that's something we're going to have to figure out. And get this. So it's got dual CFast 2.0 slots for simultaneous recording. This is something I've been whining about forever with the Red cameras. If you have a Red Mag fail, which they do, because there's nothing special about them, your footage is gone. It's just gone. Whereas now you could have a secondary card that you were simultaneously recording. Cool. That's right.
Yeah.
It supports
pretty huge, actually.
Dual SD UHS slots. And get this, it gets even crazier than that. You can load this thing up with an NVMe U.2 drive. Like what? So you could conceivably, as these drives get bigger,
just your own drive.
Put a U.2. You put a U.2 in there. There's 8 terabyte U.2, 7 mil, 7 mil. So I'd have to check how high the capacity goes in the 7 mil form factor. But conceivably in the future, you could throw 8 terabyte, 16 terabyte SSD in this thing and record for days. 14 stops of dynamic range, which is pretty respectable. Built-in. What? Nobody's talking to you, Google Assistant. Bixby, whoever's talking to me right now. Built-in ND filters, so that's like when you go outside, it's like a neutral filter that you can put in front of it, so everything isn't just blown out. Man, what is some of the other really cool stuff about it?
But why did you buy 6?
Okay, so
is it because the dual recording? Because that is very cool.
Basically, my intention is I'm going to go one of 2 ways. Way number 1 is I flip all the Red cameras and camera equipment and Canon C200s.
Automatically pay for all of this?
All of them. And basically this is a free upgrade / side grade depending on which camera it is. Like these are definitely going to look better than C200s. I don't know if they will actually look better than the helium sensor in our Reds, but we'll find out, soon enough. Or plan number 2 is we just stick with the cameras we have, and because Blackmagic never produces enough of anything at launch, we flip them on eBay for profit. There you go. So we got plan A, we got plan B, and either way, I win.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
I mean, there's some stuff that I think is going to be really cool here from a workflow perspective. Blackmagic's like raw format, their like compressed raw format is pretty light. It's pretty easy to work with. So even though we're talking 12K footage, I think it should be all right. But that's another angle here is that there's content in here for us. We're going to unbox this thing on Short Circuit.
Yeah.
We're going to do a full video on LTT. We're going to do a video talking about what kind of workstation you need to handle 12K footage now that that's the new, hot or whatever. So there's a ton of...
do something really cool with not time limited 220 FPS.
Oh yeah, for sure. 220 if we're willing to deal with cropped 4K. Like 220 FPS 4K, what? That's thing pretty sweet. Looks freaking incredible.
Pretty cool.
So yeah, there's kind of no way for us to lose with it. So we're just gonna rock it. We're going ham, and we're getting the order in early so that we're not going to be stuck on like a months long wait list. Like the amount of data here is incredible. We're talking an 80 megapixel image per frame at full res. Like just wrap your brain around that. 12,288 by 6480. What is even going on here? They claim. I'm sorry. I keep, right as you're about to say something, I keep like saying it, and I think the slight delay is like, it seems like I'm not trying to talk over you. I'm sorry. They say,
don't believe the lies.
Oh, for crying out loud. They say, okay, here we go. I'm bringing up the page here, okay? They say you can edit this 12K footage on a laptop.
Like
what?
I saw that.
Oh, I get a DaVinci Resolve license with every camera. So now every one of the editors will have their own DaVinci Resolve license. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Get that sorted out. Fast, flexible post-production. Okay, they've got new color science. That's good. That is one of the ways they were behind our Reds before. 220 FPS. Look at that. Look at it go. It's exciting. High bandwidth recording. This is great. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Full 12K sensor at 24 FPS. We're talking 2.8 gigabytes a second. 2.8.
I love how when we were looking at those Intel charts, was that last week or the week before?
That was a while ago, I think.
They didn't show like where 0 actually was, so you didn't know like where the bottom actually started and all this kind of stuff. Then we get to like Blackmagic's chart. It's very clearly laid out. And the one that they're trying to like kind of show off, I guess, with uncompressed, they didn't even really show where the top is. They're just like, this line just it's up there.
It would have taken up too much space on the page.
Yeah. That's cool.
You pay for the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. That kind of thing. That's the vibe I'm getting here.
Monday.
Choose from 2 great models. Yeah, Ursa Mini Pro 12K. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can also record to a USB Type-C, which is pretty sick. So I think the USB Type-C port is what you plug the NVMe like caddy into. I don't remember the details. Brandon basically told me we have to spend like an extra
size limited then?
$400. Well, it has to fit in the thing, so it has to be 7mm, I think. Don't quote me on that. It can fit any lens. Interchangeable lens mounts. Direct recording. There you go. Direct recording to external discs. This thing is nuts. It's nuts, you know? It's knucking futs, as the kids say. SDI out. I love it. I'm so excited. Optional shoulder mount kit. They have a 1080p OLED viewfinder. Look at this thing. Here it is. Pretty sweet. The Ursa Mini Recorder. This is the one. Onto fast 2.5-inch SSDs, including the latest U.2 NVMe Enterprise SSDs. See, this is how it's done, Red Digital Cinema, okay? If you want to provide an enterprise-grade media, you let me pick my enterprise-grade media from an enterprise-grade media vendor, like Crucial, for example. That's how it's done. You don't get to decide what my enterprise-grade media is. I'll pick what I trust. I'm jazzed about that.
I mean, like, technically they do. It's just a bad move. So they do get to. He's going to blow up. He hates it.
Just makes me unhappy. That's
sweet, though.
Okay?
What's the expected... I know it's Blackmagic, but what's the, like, expected delivery?
No idea. I got nothing. I'm sorry.
Kind of expected that.
Yeah. So there you go. There's no way to lose. I'm excited about it. Let's move on to our next topic here.